So we're going to take a look at graphing an exponential equation by using our transformation tables. So when looking at this function, we need to identify that 2 is our base. So this is just a child of the parent function f of x equals 2 to the x power, which means that 3 must be our a. Since there's no number in front of our x, our b must be just 1. Our c is -1, and our d is +4. Okay? So now using my transformation tables, I'm going to start with my parent table. So my parent table, based off of the parent function, I'm going to plug in the typical numbers, -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2 for x. So 2 to the -2 power, which happens to reduce to 0.25, and then 0.5, and then 1, 2, and 4. And I got those just by plugging these x's into this function for x. Looking at that pattern, it makes sense because going up 0.25 times 2, 0.5 times 2, 1 times 2, etc. So now I'm going to move over to my stretching table. Okay? And my stretching table is going to be the table where I do all my multiplying. And I'll remember that it's b gets multiplied by the x's and a gets multiplied by the y's. So my b is 1. I need to remember to use the reciprocal, but the reciprocal 1 is still 1. So 1 times x, -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2 stay the same. My a is 3, so I'm going to take 3 times my y's. So 0.75, 1.5, 3, 6, and 12. Those are my y values. Now I'm going to go over and I'm going to do my translating. Just the shifting, the left and right, the up and down, the adding. So c affects my x's, but I need to remember that, like my b, the x's are changed in a weird way. So yes, I know that c is -1, but I'm going to add 1 to all of my x's. And I'm going to add 4 to all of my y's. That works normal. So -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. My y's become 4.75, 5.5 rather, 7, 10, and 16. Now here I'm going to make a sketch of my graph. Now, like many exponentials, because of the dramatic change, I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, dramatic change in my y's anyway. So -1 over almost at 5, 0 over just above 5, 1 goes to 7, be right there, 2 goes to 10, and 3 goes to 16. I'll go ahead and draw that exponential graph. Okay. And now, in answering all of my questions, this is growth because from left to right, it's growing. The horizontal asymptote, can't really tell looking at the picture where it's at, but I do remember that my d is always going to represent my horizontal asymptote. So since the d was at 4, my horizontal asymptote is going to be at y equals 4. My domain is all real numbers. My range, looking back, my horizontal asymptote being 4, I just know y is going to be above 4. Never reaches 4, so I don't include the or equal to. My y-intercept is right in that table. Remember, it's where x is 0, so my y-intercept is going to be 0, 5.75. And then I know that there are no x-intercepts. So I really don't have to do anything with this graph. I know that there's no x-intercepts because my graph is not going to go below 4. So if it's not going to go below 4, how's it possibly going to reach y equals 0?